The sound and feel of crunching leaves under your shoe, the weather slowly turning from the blistering heat to cool winds, and the change of crops that you raise on your farm. One is quite not like the other. It is finally the season of fall in life as a miner in Stardew Valley. Note, if this is your first time watching this video, I highly recommend checking out the first two episodes of Life as a Miner, Spring Season and Summer Season, before watching this video. All the rules and objectives are listed in detail in the first two videos, but to really briefly summarize, I can only make profit through selling mining related goods. I will also have the rules and objectives listed down below if you'd like to have a refresher. Also, since we're quite deep into the mining life, most of the time I will be at Skull Caverns trying to mine for as much as resources as possible. So to save you the time and agony of watching only Skull Cavern runs, I will only summarize the bits and pieces of important find or the end of the day results for the cavern runs. All good? The very first day of fall begins not too eventfully, as today I plan on taking it easy and just forage for some forageables for the community center, and also smelt some ores and take care of some farm errands. Nothing too fancy. The only thing noteworthy is that I made at least 40k selling minerals and bars for some decent profit. Day 58, the second day of fall, which is another big day as it was a lucky day. I gathered my Skull Cavern supplies and headed over to Pam's to force it to move quicker to the bus station. As Pam sped off, I also drank a coffee and quickly met up with Maru to give her a diamond and had her wish me luck for to do well in the caverns. This was enough to boost my luck even further, and I was lucky enough to eventually head down to floor 128 and gathered at least 170 Iridium ore, but got a little too greedy and passed out in the end to a flying dragon. I kept my fingers crossed, hoping that I didn't lose any of my Iridium ore, and luckily I didn't, but the coal that I lost was quite a blow. Day 59. I gave my pickaxe to Clint for the final Iridium upgrade and decided to spend the whole day fishing for the community chest items and levels. I know that this is really late into the run to do some fishing as I barely fished in the last 2 seasons, but don't get me wrong, I love fishing, and I'm planning to make a playthrough as life as a fisherman in Stardew Valley as well. Besides that, I went to Willie's and bought a bamboo rod as that was the highest level of fishing rod I could buy for now, and also some trout soup to make fishing a little more easier. Then, I perched myself near the docks at the beach and started fishing. I also heard that these rocks is a good spot as well, so I changed over to here as I wanted a little change of scenery. Then, I moved to the shores of the beach, then to the river of the town, and went back with a bunch of fish around 12 AM. I also made a decent 17k of the first batch of diamonds that I got and I sold it. Today was a rainy day, and I decided it would be a good day to also spend fishing, as there were specific fish that you could only catch during rain. So I went back to Willie's to see if he had a better rod, and he did. So I bought myself a fiberglass rod and fished for another whole entire day at the river and at the beach. These 2 days of fishing netted me some great fish, as I got a couple of Iridium quality fish, and even a super cucumber and an Iridium eel as well. I was pretty satisfied with the haul that I got, and before heading to bed, I got myself another round of jades. All that fishing also eventually leveled me up to level 5. Since I couldn't sell any fish, I decided to go with crab pots. Not that I would be really making any crab pots though. Day 61, today was another big day. I could finally get myself my very first sprinkler from Krobus. 10k for an Iridium sprinkler. Now, I could finally plant my very first crop. I also headed over to Clint's to pick up my Iridium pickaxe. Then, I bought 10 pumpkins, 10 corn, 2 yam, and 2 eggplant in order to complete the CC. I planted all my crops and placed the rare crow I got from the rewards from the museum. Perfect timing actually. And then I spent the rest of the day just chopping wood. I'm not gonna lie, it was a nice change of pace to actually be able to plant crops. It was getting a little tedious to only go mining all the time, but fishing and farming added to the mix? Mwah! Chef's kiss. Brilliant. Day 62. I did the usual chores at home and I made a couple of crab pots around the river below my farm. I know I said I probably wouldn't make them, but here we are I guess. Besides that, I needed tons more of gold bars to build more crystallariums, so I headed over to the regular mines to farm some more ore. I was rather pleasantly surprised when those crowes looking dudes dropped Iridium bars not once, but twice. Overall, it was a pretty good haul. I headed back home around 12, smelted my ores, made 3 more crystallariums and slept for the day. Day 63 to 64 was another round of heading to the caves for gold. On Monday, it was blackberry season, so I decided to run around the village and forage for all the blackberries I could. Then, I headed back to the mines. It was at this point I realized that I didn't pick up my rewards from slaying the Crow's creatures and picked up the Savage Ring from the Adventurers Guild. Day 65. After 3 days of heading to the normal mines, I got kinda bored of the monotony of it and decided to head over to Skull Caverns. I figured even with any prep, I would be able to score at least 5 Iridium ore, which in turn would be worth about 1,500 gold. At the end of the day, it wasn't a terrible haul, but it could have been better. I decided to trade my Omni Geodes for a totem and the ruby for some spicy eels. I got back to my farm and made 3 more crystallariums for rubies. Day 66, which was Wednesday the 10th of fall. Today was a lucky day and I was determined to make some huge profits in the caverns. I also really wanted some additional prismatic shards for the Stardew Valley fair on the 16th. In the end, I was able to find 2 prismatic shards, at least 100 iridium ore, and a bunch of other minerals and resources as well. I left the caverns around 1 AM and went to the trader to trade my gems for spicy eels, triple shot espressos, and more warp totems. Day 67 to 69. The next days were more runs to the caverns. On day 67, I got lucky on floor 36 and got a crystallarium from a chest. I ended the day on floor 58 and I also hit max level for combat skills and picked extra damage. Day 69. Today, I decided to take it easy and just smelt the ores I had and try to redecorate the farm a little bit, and reorganize my crystallarium shed to be half rubies and half jades. I also organized the diamond ones to be near the shed as well. I still needed to build a shed for the diamonds, but I'll probably do that later. Day 70. Sunday was a big day, and it was finally the day I could exchange all my jades for staircases at the desert trader. I took all my jades, my quartz to trade for bombs, and omni geodes for treasures and warp totems. It was a bad luck day, but I decided to try my luck anyway and packed some food and warped over to Calico Desert. It was going okay until floor 27, where it was an infested dinosaur floor. Lost a lot of time here as there was really nothing of importance for me to do, but oh well, what can you do on a bad luck day, right? On floor 29, the purple mist came over where the flying dragon started to come in swarms. I gladly welcomed this however, as it was a chance to grind out some more bombs and spicy eels. I called it a day around floor 35 and went over to the desert trader to trade for the usual things I needed and headed back home. Day 71 was another day at the Skull Caverns. What a surprise, right? It was a really lucky day today, so I decided that today was a good day to farm as much as iridium ore as possible. As usual, I prepped up, walked to the desert, and ended up the day with at least 200 iridium ore, plus the extra resources. Day 72 was the festival day. I decided to go with gold quality super cucumber, an iridium quality eel, 4 prismatic shards, and the rest being filled with iridium bars. Unfortunately, I only got second place with 88 points. Still, I played some minigames and eventually got the star drop and the rare crow, and with an additional 500 points from the second place, I got myself a fedora. It was about time to change my hat and get classy. By the way, if you enjoyed the new change in appearance to my new fedora hat, please click that like and subscribe button, and comment down below if you like the fedora more or the OG straw hat instead. Day 73 to 74. I decided I wanted to be a bit lazy and just upgrade my house to level 2, farm a bunch of wood, and after doing some math, thought it would be best to create a bunch of kilns. This is because buying 10 wood for 100 gold and turning it into a piece of coal was about 50 gold less cheaper than buying one straight up for 150 G. Day 75, another day of taking it easy. I decided it was a good day just to smelt some ores, complete some villager quests, harvest another round of jade, and got myself another iridium sprinkler. I finally started getting levels in farming as I hit level 2 in farming, and next my house upgrade was also complete. Day 76. Today was another slow day as I reorganized the furniture in my house a little bit, smelted some more ores and bought a bunch of wood from Robin for coal, gave Maru a diamond and spent the rest of the day just mining for coal. Day 77 to 79. I spent both days at the Skull Caverns, but on Sunday it was a bad luck day. But I managed to net a lot of iridium ore and prismatic shards. But I did faint because of a silly mistake though. I did manage to hit foraging level 9 though. The next day was a bit more lucky as I was even able to get 2 iridium sprinklers from a chest cave in floor 79. I reached level 69 before leaving, then trading my goods and went back home with 117 iridium ore. Day 80. Reached floor 73, got 220 iridium ore, 4 prismatic shards, and finally was able to complete and get the ectoplasm for the wizard's quest. I sold off the prismatic shards for 8,000 profit. Day 81. I did my morning chores, headed straight to the wizard and completed his quest, did another Skull Caverns run, and headed back home with 175 iridium ore and 2 prismatic shards. Day 82. I collected my rubies and decided to make a shed next to my house for some extra furnaces and the charcoal kilns. I wasn't sure if you could build on top of the paving, so I decided to chop down the trees and the paving and went over to Robin's. I built the shed and bought some surplus of woods to burn into coal. I also ran back home, got some diamonds, and gave it to Maru as I completely forgot to bring it with me initially. I decided to spend the rest of the day just putting down some extra furnaces outside for now, and I spent the rest of the day just smelting ore and wood. I wanted some extra money in the bank, so I also sold 41 bars of Iridium as well, and hit farming level 3. Day 83. Today was the Spirit Ease Festival, or basically the Stardew Halloween event. Wanting the gold pumpkin, I took a rest from the Skull Caverns runs, and I made an extra 10 crystallarium for Jade with the extra resources that I had, and spent the rest of the day in the mines for some gold ore and coal, and chopping some much needed wood and hardwood. When the clock struck 10 o'clock, I ran over to the town and quickly completed the maze, netting myself the golden pumpkin. Day 84, the last day of fall, which always falls on a Sunday, which was a great day for me to hit the caverns as it was a good luck day. Plus, I could exchange my jades for some staircases once again. I took my extra supplies of gems and walked over to the desert. Unfortunately, after trading, I realized that I didn't craft any explosive ammo, and walked back home to craft some more. Then I walked back again, which wasn't a huge waste of time and resources, I guess. I wrapped up the day around level 139, ending the day with 384 Iridium ore and 7 prismatic shards. I even scored 4 quality sprinklers from the treasure room in level 100. Not that I needed it now, but still it was a good find. And that brings us to the end of fall season as a life as a miner. I'm not gonna lie, we have accomplished a lot of things in 3 seasons. We have a bunch of resources, we now have access to sprinklers, and we have so much ore. Heck, we even have an abundance of furnaces to keep pumping out bars for days. We have made a lot of crystallariums, producing diamonds, rubies, and jades, and currently we have made a net profit of over 420,000. And we are ever so close of wifing Maru, who is currently at 7 hearts, just shy of 1 level to start dating. We have done a lot, but still there is so much more yet to complete. If you have made it to the end of this video, thank you so much, and I really appreciate all of your support. Please make sure to subscribe and stick around to see the next episode of Life as a Miner. This has been Reclaim of the Indie Masters. Have a great day, everyone.